Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now. Folks, buckle up because what we're seeing right now has the potential to shake up the entire AFC landscape, and it's about a move that could redefine the Bills' secondary for years to come. We're talking about the possibility of acquiring Kyle Hamilton, the versatile safety from the Baltimore Ravens, and let me tell you, this isn't just a rumor flying around. It's gaining serious traction among NFL insiders and fans alike. This potential trade could be a game-changer for the Bills, especially given the current state of the team's defense and their aspirations for another deep playoff run. First, let's talk about why this makes so much sense for Buffalo. The Bills, now sitting at an impressive 11-4 record and leading the AFC East despite losing Jordan Poyer in Week 17 due to a concussion, are always looking for ways to elevate their roster for postseason success. The secondary has been a real point of concern, especially with injuries and inconsistent performances. Poyer's absence, coupled with the overall struggles against elite passing offenses, has exposed some vulnerabilities. And let's not forget, Damar Hamlin is still working his way back from his scary injury, with his PFF coverage grade sitting at 68.2, which isn't quite where the Bills need it to be if they're serious about contending deep into January. This is where Kyle Hamilton enters the picture. The Ravens' 24-year-old hybrid safety has been making waves this season, and for good reason. He's not just your traditional safety. Hamilton is a versatile, do-it-all player capable of lining up in multiple roles. He dominates in coverage with an overall PFF grade of 88.1, ranking among the best safeties in the league. His coverage grade alone is stellar at 87.6, and he's also a threat in the pass rush with a pass rush grade of 91.7. On top of that, Hamilton has shown he can contribute against the run with a run defense grade of 76.4, and he's racked up 83 tackles this season, including some multi-pressure games against solid opponents like the Steelers. What makes Hamilton so appealing for the Bills is his ability to function as a true hybrid safety. Buffalo's defense under Sean McDermott has always prioritized versatility and scheme flexibility. Hamilton's ability to cover elite tight ends, provide run support, and blitz effectively fits perfectly into that mold. His ability to create turnovers, he's got 2 interceptions this season, and generate pressure from the safety position could be a huge boost for the Bills' defense, which has been solid but sometimes inconsistent against the pass. With Hamilton in the fold, the Bills could see a significant uptick in third down stops, turnover creation, and overall pass defense efficiency. Now, looking at the big picture, why would the Ravens consider trading Hamilton? Well, Baltimore is currently facing a few roster challenges. They are in a rebuild mode of sorts, especially on the defensive side, trying to find continuity after some injury setbacks. They also need to manage their cap space, which is tight at around $10 million, and Hamilton's $4 million cap hit this year is a factor. The Ravens are also juggling contract extensions for key players like Lamar Jackson and others, and with their defense allowing nearly 20 points per game, they're looking for ways to accelerate their youth movement and build for the future. Sources like Adam Schefter and others suggest that the Ravens are eyeing the draft picks they can acquire in return, specifically a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027. This strategy indicates a clear focus on rebuilding their secondary with younger talent, especially after a season where their run defense and overall pass coverage haven't quite lived up to expectations. The Ravens' defense, which has allowed around 19.6 points per game, has been decent but inconsistent, especially with some issues along the offensive line and secondary giving up big plays. The trade would be a way to free up cap space and bring in a player who can contribute immediately while also planning for the long term. From the Bills' perspective, this trade is a no-brainer. They are willing to part with some assets to bring in a player of Hamilton's caliber, especially since Poyer is out for the remainder of the season, and Hamlin's role is still evolving. The Bills have shown they're not afraid to make bold moves when the opportunity arises, just look at their aggressive approach in recent drafts and signings. They have the assets, and they're eager to bolster their defense for the playoffs. The addition of Hamilton would give Buffalo a major upgrade in coverage, especially against dual-threat quarterbacks and top-tier tight ends, which are becoming more prevalent in today's NFL. This move could have immediate and long-term impacts. In the short term, Hamilton's presence would elevate the Bills' secondary, making them more formidable on third down and reducing the big plays allowed. His ability to generate turnovers and pressure could lead to more possessions and scoring opportunities for the Bills' offense, which is already one of the most potent in the league. In the long term, Hamilton's youth and versatility could anchor the Bills' secondary for years, much like Minkah Fitzpatrick has done for the Steelers after a similar trade. His ability to play in different schemes and cover multiple positions makes him a perfect fit for Buffalo's defensive philosophy. Statistically, Hamilton's numbers this season are eye-opening. He's been a consistent force on the field, with 83 tackles, 2 interceptions, and multiple pressures that disrupt plays. His impact on the field is reflected in his advanced metrics, an EPA coverage of plus 0.18 per target, allowing just 58. 2% completion rate against him, and 6.4 yards per target. His blitz win rate is 25%, which is impressive for a safety, showing his ability to impact the game both in coverage and as a blitzer. His career stats also speak volumes: 18 sacks, 9 interceptions, and a high target share of nearly 16%, which highlights his importance in the Ravens' defense. If this trade goes through, the ripple effect will be felt across the league. For the Bills, acquiring Hamilton would be like striking gold, adding a dynamic playmaking safety who can change the trajectory of their defense for years. It's a move that aligns perfectly with their Super Bowl ambitions, especially with the window of opportunity open with Josh Allen leading the charge. The Bills have been knocking on the door for a while now, and adding a player like Hamilton could push them over the top, elevating them from a playoff team to serious contenders. In terms of playoff implications, Hamilton's addition would significantly increase the Bills' odds of winning the AFC. Currently, their Super Bowl odds sit at around plus 1,200, but with Hamilton in the mix, those odds could improve to around plus 600. That's a massive boost and shows how much the league views him as a difference maker. Against quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, who's been tearing up defenses, Hamilton's ability to limit big plays and win coverage battles could be the key factor that tips the scales in Buffalo's favor during crunch time. The Bills' defense, which has already been solid but sometimes vulnerable to elite passing offenses, would become even more formidable, especially on third down and in critical red zone moments. For the Ravens, this is a bit of a different story. They're looking at a rebuild, and although Hamilton is a talented player, the trade signals a shift towards developing younger players and accumulating draft capital. Their odds of making a deep playoff run are already slim, especially with some concerns about injuries like Roquan Smith's ankle, and their current rebuild mode makes it unlikely they'll be contenders in the immediate future. The Ravens, fans might see this as a sign that the team is shifting focus from competing now to building for the future, which could mean a longer road ahead. Looking back historically, trades like this have often proved to be pivotal moments for teams. When the Steelers acquired Minkah Fitzpatrick from the Dolphins, it transformed their defense, turning them into a top-tier unit that helped them reach the playoffs consistently. If the Bills can land Hamilton, the same kind of transformation could be on the horizon. His ability to create mismatches, to shut down key opponents, and to provide a dynamic presence in coverage and blitz packages makes him a perfect fit for the Bills' aggressive, scheme-flexible defense. As we approach the final stretch of the season, every game counts, and teams are looking for that extra edge to elevate their chances. The Bills, with their talented roster led by Josh Allen and now potentially bolstered by Hamilton, are positioning themselves as serious contenders. They're already fighting for playoff seeding, but adding a player of Hamilton's caliber could be the difference maker in tight games, especially in January. It's about stacking the deck, making strategic moves, and positioning themselves as a team that's not just chasing a title but ready to claim it. In conclusion, this potential trade signals a bold move by the Bills' front office, one that could set the tone for their future dominance in the AFC. Hamilton's versatility, playmaking ability, and youth make him an ideal piece to build around. And if the trade goes through, it'll be remembered as one of the most significant offseason moves in recent Bills history. It's a move that speaks to their championship ambitions, their commitment to excellence, and their desire to leave a lasting legacy. Fans should prepare for an exciting ride ahead because, with Hamilton in the fold, the Bills are not just in the playoff hunt. They're positioning themselves as serious Super Bowl contenders for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe Hamilton is the perfect fit to boost our defense and push us toward that elusive Super Bowl? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news. Whether it's breaking trades, injury updates, or game analysis, we're here to keep you in the loop because this is your source, your community of true Bills fans. Let's keep the passion alive and let's get ready for what could be a historic chapter in Bills history.